Today, I'm going to be making a video designed for managers to work on improving their coaching skills with their sales associates. So a lot of managers, they are very focused on pipeline and process whenever it comes to sales, and rightfully so. Those are the metrics that you're being judged by and the metrics you're judging your salespeople by. But oftentimes that focus alone just isn't good enough to help your salespeople acquire more clients and to sell more of your products or services. What you need to be focused on if you're going to be helping your people develop is what do they actually sound like when they're executing and they're in conversations with prospects, clients, and other people they're trying to bring on board. So let's go ahead and focus on how you as a manager can create a framework that allows you to practice with your associates and build up their skill levels. First things first, you need to identify who you're actually selling to. So ensure that the associate coming in can identify one person in the next week or two that they want to introduce an idea to. Once you've established the target and what the context around the target is, now you're going to discuss the problems that your service solves. You're going to discuss the solution which you're going to be selling and how it's implemented. And then you're going to be discussing what kind of outcomes can you expect if you are to implement those particular solutions. Once you've done that, you've fleshed out that conversation on who you're talking to, what their problems are, what your solution does to solve those problems, and what the outcomes look like. Now you're equipped for practice. So to get into practice, what you're going to do, and the ideal way to do this is leading from the front and doing examples yourself, is you're going to imagine as if you're both speaking with that client and you're going to take turns answering those questions. The questions will be, what are the problems? How do you vocalize that? What are the solutions to those problems? How are they actually vocalizing it? And then finally, what are the typical outcomes you see whenever you implement that sort of solution to solve that sort of problem? After you've taken turns going back a few times and you both feel comfortable with that, you are prepared to have that conversation. So a sales associate going in blind, trying to have these conversations, you're not going to see a lot of confidence in them because they don't know how these are going to develop or how they want to present these ideas and solutions. After you go through these kinds of practices, you're going to see a lot more confidence from your associates because they understand exactly how they want to bring up these particular issues and how they want to vocalize their approach to solving these problems. One additional thing you can do if you're feeling very proactive is think through what the common objections are whenever you're in these scenarios. And this is another great area where you can practice going back and forth, fleshing out how you overcome those objections, and then vocalizing it over and over again until it's ingrained and both of you understand how to overcome those particular types of objections. So if you go through this process, you're going to see a lot more confidence in your salespeople. You're going to see better results. And something else you're going to see that's sort of an intangible is you're going to see more faith in your salespeople that you care about their career and their development. So you're going to see a lot more dedication and loyalty from them as well. So make sure as you're coaching your salespeople, you're not just focused on the sales process and their pipeline. Actually work with them and practice with them so they have confidence going into tough conversations.